Stop looking at the total on your Costco receipt. Seriously. That number is a lie because it doesn't show you the $1.500 you've essentially set on fire over the last 12 months. Most people walk into that warehouse thinking they're saving money, just because they bought a gallon of mayonnaise. But the truth is, Costco is designed by geniuses to make you spend exactly $100 more than you intended, every single time you park that oversized cart. You think you're hunting for bargains, but you're actually the one being hunted. I spent 15 years in the retail industry deconstructing exactly how big box environments manipulate consumer psychology. I've seen the internal data. I know why the milk is in the back left corner, and why that rotisserie chicken is still $5 despite record high inflation. For over a decade, I've been using a specific, data-driven blueprint to strip away the warehouse illusion and claw back $1.500 a year without buying a single item less than I actually need. I know the frustration. You go in for eggs and a rotisserie chicken, and somehow you're at the checkout line with a 4-pack of kayaks and a 10-pound bag of organic quinoa you don't even know how to cook. Your bank account feels the Costco hangover every Saturday afternoon. But it's not your fault. You just haven't been taught how to read the room. Here's the first secret of the blueprint, and it's hidden in plain sight on the price tags. Most people look at the big numbers, but the real money is in the cents. If you see a price ending in 99, move on. That's the standard retail price. You aren't getting a deal, you're just paying the regular Costco price. But when you see a price ending in 97, that is the holy grail. That is a corporate level markdown. It means the item isn't selling well, or the manager needs it off the floor to make room for seasonal inventory. And it gets even better. Look at the top right corner of that price tag. See that little asterisk? That's the Death Star. It means the item is discontinued. It's not coming back. When you find a 97 paired with a Death Star, you've hit the jackpot. That is the absolute lowest price that item will ever be. If it's something you use, like laundry detergent or your favorite snacks, that is the only time you should ever stock up. Most shoppers see the asterisk and think, oh, it must be bad. No. It means the warehouse is literally losing money to get you to take it home. Now, you might be asking yourself, Cody, if I just buy the 97 stuff, won't I save money? Not necessarily. Because Costco has another trap waiting for you before you even hit the aisles. It's called Action Alley. You know that wide center aisle that runs from the entrance to the back? The one filled with flashy electronics, giant stuffed bears, and seasonal furniture? That is the highest priced real estate in the building. Everything in Action Alley is placed there specifically because it has a high profit margin for Costco. They want you to see those shiny objects, while your dopamine is spiking at the start of your trip. If you want to save that $1.500, you have to treat Action Alley like a floor made of lava. Don't look left. Don't look right. Get to the fences, the actual aisles, where the real staples live. But here's the kicker. Even in the aisles, they're playing games with your head. Have you ever noticed that Costco doesn't have signs hanging from the ceiling telling you where the bread or the peanut butter is? That's not an accident. It's a treasure hunt strategy. They want you to wander. They want you to get lost between the power tools and the yoga pants. Because every extra minute you spend searching for your coffee beans is another minute they have to sell you something you didn't know you wanted. I know this sounds like a lot of work, but stick with me, because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. You start to move through the warehouse like a ghost, untouched by their marketing tricks. If you're tired of feeling like your wallet is being picked every time you walk past the tire center, hit that like button. It tells me you're ready to stop being a member and start being a strategist. And if you want to make sure you don't miss the rest of this blueprint, including the Kirkland secret that saved me thousands on name brand quality, make sure you're subscribed. Speaking of Kirkland, let's talk about the biggest lie in the grocery industry, that generic equals lower quality. The Costco, that rule doesn't just break, it shatters. In my years of retail analysis, I've tracked the manufacturing origins of Kirkland Signature products. Did you know that the Kirkland coffee is often roasted by Starbucks? Or that their batteries have been confirmed to come off the same assembly lines as Duracell? You are often buying the exact same premium product, just in a black, red, and white box for 30% to 50% less. But there's a specific way to use Kirkland products to hit that $1.500 savings goal, and it involves a calculation that most people completely ignore at the shelf. It's not about the price of the box. It's about the unit price. Most shoppers look at a $20 box of K-cups and think it's a deal. But the blueprint requires you to look at the tiny print on the price tag that tells you the price per ounce or price per count. I've seen bulk items at Costco that actually cost more per unit than the smaller versions at a standard grocery store on sale. The warehouse assumes you're lazy. They assume you'll see a giant box and just trust that it's cheaper. Don't trust them. Verify them. Now, all of this, the price tags, the layout, the Kirkland branding, that's just the foundation. It's the defensive part of the blueprint. But if you really want to hit that $1.500 mark, we have to go on the offensive. We have to talk about the executive math and the one specific department that most people walk right past, which is actually the biggest gold mine in the entire building. The executive math isn't just a marketing gimmick to get you to pay $120 for a membership. It's the cornerstone of the entire $1.500 blueprint. Most people look at that $60 jump from the Gold Star membership to the executive tier and think, I don't spend enough to make that back. But here's the thing. If you spend $250 a month at Costco, which is basically 2 decent trips, the 2% reward pays for the upgrade itself. Everything you spend after that is pure profit. It's essentially a 2% discount on your entire life. But here's where the offensive strategy kicks in. Most shoppers only use their membership for groceries and paper towels. That's you. You're leaving at least $800 of that $1.500 goal on the table. The real gold mine? It's the service kiosk tucked away near the exit that everyone walks past because they're too busy protecting their rotisserie chicken. I'm talking about the Costco Services program. In my 15 years analyzing retail ecosystems, I've never seen a more aggressive loss leader strategy than this. Need car insurance? Home insurance? Pet insurance? Or the big one, bottled water delivery or HVAC installation? Costco leverages their 120 million member buying power to squeeze vendors. I recently compared an HVAC quote for a friend. The local contractor wanted $12,000. Through the Costco program, the same contractor, using the same parts, quoted $11,500, but Costco threw in a 15% shop card. That's $1,725 back in his pocket for a single purchase. He hit the $1.500 savings goal in one afternoon without even buying a gallon of milk. But it gets even deeper. Let's talk about the center of warehouse electronics trap. Most people see a TV on sale at Costco and think, Great price. I'll grab it. But the blueprint says you should never buy a TV at Costco unless it's during a specific 4-week window. If you buy a TV in June, you're a victim. If you buy it in late October or early February, right before the Super Bowl, you're a strategist. And here's the kicker. Costco includes a 2-year warranty and concierge tech support for free. If you bought that same TV at a big box tech store, they'd try to upsell you a $200 protection plan. That's another $200 toward our $1,500 goal, saved simply by choosing where to swipe your card. I know it sounds like I'm obsessed with the math, but stick with me, because this next part is where 90% of people fail. It's the bulk fallacy. Just because you can buy 48 granola bars doesn't mean you should. The warehouse is designed to make you feel like you're saving by buying big. But if you throw away 20% of that bulk produce because it went bad before you could finish it, you didn't save money. You just paid Costco to help you fill your trash can. The blueprint requires a perishability audit. I never buy open-air produce at Costco. The strawberries? The spinach? Unless you have a family of 8, the unit price savings are wiped out by the waste. Instead, look at the frozen section. This is the secret weapon of the $1,500 blueprint. Kirkland Signature frozen fruits and vegetables are often higher quality than the fresh stuff because they're flash frozen at the source. You get the bulk unit price without the ticking clock of rot. Now, you might be asking, Cody, what about the gas station? Everyone says that's the best deal. It is, but only if you know the line logic. If you spend 20 minutes idling your car in a 15-car deep line to save 30 cents a gallon, you aren't saving money. You're burning gas and, more importantly, you're burning time. The blueprint says you only hit the gas station at off-peak hours, usually Tuesday or Wednesday evenings right before the warehouse closes. If you're finding these offensive tactics helpful, do me a favor and drop a CGC in the comments. That stands for Costco General Contractor, because that's exactly what you're becoming, a specialist in building your own wealth. But we haven't even touched on the pharmacy hack or the gift card arbitrage yet. Did you know you can buy $100 worth of restaurant or movie theater credit for $75 every single day? It's like printing your own 25% discount on date night. Now, I've shown you the tags, the layout, and the service gold mines. But there is one final piece of the blueprint. It's the post-purchase strategy that most people didn't even know existed. It's a secret policy that can put money back in your pocket after you've already spent it. If you want to cross the finish line and actually see that $1,500 sitting in your savings account, you have to master the most powerful, yet most ignored, policy in the entire Costco ecosystem. I call it the invisible refund. How many times have you bought something, a Dyson vacuum, a laptop, or even a giant bag of coffee, only to walk back into the warehouse 2 weeks later and see it's now $20 cheaper? Most people just shrug and think, bad timing. The $1,500 blueprint says, never leave that money behind. Costco has a strict 30-day price adjustment policy. If anything you bought, in-store or online, drops in price within 30 days of your purchase, they will hand you the difference in cash or credit. You don't even need to bring the item back. You don't even need the physical receipt. They can look it up on your membership. In my years as a retail analyst, I've seen families claw back $300 a year just by checking the coupon book against their last month of receipts. It takes 5 minutes at the membership desk, and it's essentially a found money machine. But here is the secret nuclear option. For when you're past that 30-day window, Costco's legendary return policy. While I never advocate for abusing the system, Costco's risk-free satisfaction guarantee has no official time limit on most items. If that $1,000 sofa you bought 6 months ago starts sagging or the smart features on your blender stop working, you can return it for a full refund. Most retailers want you to jump through hoops with manufacturers. Costco just wants you happy. By opting for high-quality items at Costco, you're essentially buying insurance that you'll never have to pay for a replacement if the product fails prematurely. That's hundreds of dollars in avoided costs that go straight toward your $1,500 goal. Now, let's talk about the gift card arbitrage. This is the easiest win in the blueprint. Near the electronics or the office supplies, there's a rack of gift cards. You'll see $100 worth of credit for restaurants like Domino's or California Pizza Kitchen, or even movie tickets and spa packages, selling for $74.99 or $79.99. If you're going to eat out anyway, and you don't buy these cards first, you are effectively paying a 25% laziness tax. For a family that does date night once a month, this hack alone saves $300 a year. And we can't wrap this up without the health and wellness hack. Most people don't realize that in many states, you don't even need a Costco membership to use their pharmacy or buy alcohol. But if you are a member, the Costco Member Prescription Program, CMPP, can save you up to 80% on medications that your insurance might not fully cover. I've seen members save $50 per month on a single maintenance medication compared to their local CVS or Walgreens. That's $600 a year. Add in the cheapest eye exams and hearing aid centers in the country, and the savings start to look less like a blueprint and more like a wealth-building system. You've seen the price tags, you've navigated Action Alley, and now you have the post-purchase secrets. This $1,500 isn't just a number. It's a vacation, a boosted emergency fund, or the freedom to buy the things you actually love without the Costco hangover. Stop being a member who just pays for the privilege of spending. Start being a strategist who uses the warehouse as a tool to win. If you're ready to execute this blueprint on your next trip, I want you to do one thing. Check your last 3 receipts against the current prices in the app. You might already have a $50 refund waiting for you at the desk.